Sohini here from Dabble Lab, and welcome to episode 8. Yes, it is episode 8. Well, before that, let me have a check on everything. If I am visible, if the audio is clear. Can you please help me navigate with these questions? I can see my OBS. And also my OBS is giving me a lot of trouble for the past stream. Is the background music too loud? Am I needed to decrease it? Okay. Alright, so yeah, we'll just begin. But let's just wait for another minute because I don't see a lot of us in here. I can maybe see 3 of us in here right now. It's pretty cold in here. It's chilling out in here, and I'm like, I am freezing. I just wonder if I freeze in 24 or 25 degrees. I just can't imagine what it must be for people in snow out there, especially with temperatures that's in negative. I have no idea. But yeah, today's stream's gonna be very short and simple. I'll not make it a 1-hour stream today because we have very precise things and I just built up a template. So there was an existing tutorial for the Airtable Alexa integration that Steve had uploaded quite a month back. So if you just maybe go to if you can go to youtube.com and then or just if you go to Dabble Lab / whoops, one moment, if you just go to Dabble Lab, I just see 4 of us right now, and then if you just see, look at this. So this is the Alexa Airtable for content management system. So this is pretty good, but this doesn't have a built-up template, and also someone asked for a template. So what I did is I tried to improvise a couple of things in this template and just made it in the format of a template. So I just have it on my GitHub repo. We'll get started, but maybe just in a few more minutes. Yeah, so I think I didn't share my stream for today in Twitter. That's why many of you must not be knowing, but if you're here, drop me a hi. Hey Brito, I'm so glad that you're here, and I would like to share one thing with you. I think I made some couple of posts and in my social medias, and I said that I would be doing Airtable today with Alexa, and I just found out you starred my repo. This one is yours, I think. So thanks so much for that. I mean, this is what I want. I want people to be curious, and I want you all to be curious. But yeah, before I get started today, I have a big question for all of you. So let's ask that question now, because I think we're 6 minutes ahead already from the start point. So my question is, I would like to write it down as well. So my question is, where are you from? Like, what is your residing country? Because I started feeling weird about a couple of things. The thing is, I make social media posts with respect to the India time, which is right now I am in India and it's 9:30 p.m. IST. So I just keep writing this, but it's important that I mention CT, PT, and ET time for people in other countries to be able to access my streams on time. So I am very curious. I mean, I don't have an answer to it. I just want to know where are most of my viewers from. I mean, all my viewers from. And that's why I have this question for you, and I'd be glad if you write an answer to it. So maybe I'll just write, please. So let me just write it down. Sohini asks. Yeah, so this is just my curiosity. So that's even, right? You come to my streams and you're curious about the content that I would be displaying, I would be sharing with you, we'd be dabbling together. And today I am curious about only one thing, which is, what is your country? Okay, so Chuck says he is from US, and that's EST. Great. I'm glad we got one response for EST. So what I'm gonna do is, from the next time, I'd be writing social media posts with all the time EST, PST, and CST. But yeah, one weird thing that I would still share is the day. So I stream on Fridays. Right now it's a Friday in India, but can you have, I mean, timing, you can write different timings. So but what would be the language for the day? What am I gonna write? Like, hey, Sohini's gonna stream every Friday, or what? Sohini's gonna stream for every Friday for IST people, every Thursday for PT people, PST people. Like, how's it gonna be? So if you have any thoughts, let me know. Anyways, loads of talking, and so let's just rewind a little. So in our previous stream, what did we do? We did entity resolution, which was an extremely technical stream and extremely confusing one, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta cover so many things. But I'm quite relaxed this time because I utilized this week to do a couple of things, and I utilized this week to build this template for you. That's the template that fuses Airtable Base with your Alexa skill, which is quite easy. You got to do nothing. This template is the best template that I ever built, and I'm so happy about it. So maybe we'll get started. So let me just tell me one thing. How many of you have ever integrated a database with your Alexa skill? Have you? So yeah, I'm not sure how many of you are here today, and how many of you are returning viewers, and how many of you are new. So if you're new in here, so my stream has got only one rule, and that is it has to be interactive. You have to talk to me, else I wouldn't be so motivated. Help me to that. So my question is, have you ever used a database in your Alexa skill? If you have, you can write yes. If you haven't, you can write no. So I think I haven't really, I used to do the web development thing, and I used to be a full stack developer before I completely integrated myself with Alexa. So hey Praveen, thanks for joining. So that time I remember I think I haven't really integrated databases, but I once integrated ECS object store with my backend code, that is Vertex. I'm not sure if you've heard of Vertex. So that's an amazing, again, polyglot application, and you can use it. It's great. You can write APIs to connect with your database and stuff. So that's the first time I used database, and the second time was I was trying to do a React application, build a React application, and I wanted to understand how Firebase works. So I just integrated Firebase with it. So just these two times. I haven't really, exercised with the databases. But I think Airtable is, what is it? I mean, I use it for content management myself, to write down, to stay organized, like what is it gonna be for every Friday? What's the topic gonna be? Yeah, full stack developer long ago. I have stopped doing hardcore coding, which is extremely important. So I'm waiting for my MacBook Pro to come in, then I will do everything because my computer cannot take load. What else? Questions? Okay. Yeah, I mean, Airtable is super cool, Praveen. I like it so much. And trust me, before I joined Dabble Lab, I wasn't aware of Airtable, but I found out that my team uses Airtable for content management system, so it's great. Chuck says DynamoDB primarily. Yes, and I think DynamoDB, there's a template that utilizes DynamoDB with Alexa skill that is already present in our template section. You can go and check it out in there. So yeah, but it's good. I'm glad that I could get to know what you have been through. The only reason I'm asking you is like because I want to know. I myself am not aware of everything on earth. So when I come to my streams, it's not about me giving away all the information and knowledge. It's me trying to learn from you as well, because I want to utilize the space for both crossways. So yeah, Airtable is awesome. And I think I'm a person who quite gets intimidated with the description or the view of a particular application or anything that I'm trying to process. So I think Airtable looks amazing. So I kind of get attracted towards it. And it's quite easy. It's not complicated at all. So today we'll be building a skill that's gonna be the data demo. I didn't have a great idea for that, and it's gonna be a very basic skill. So if you remember, I built a skill that uses the remote API, so you can have a GitHub repo and you can make a JSON file to be public in your GitHub and use it as an API to fetch the values to your entities in your Alexa skill. So we use the Axios request for that. So Axios is very good, and today also I'll be using Axios for that. So basically, just a moment. So basically, Axios gives you, I feel it's easier to do the get and post request stuff, update, and all the other ways. I mean, all the other stuff through Axios. It's quite easier. There are other ways as well, but I feel it's easier. So far, another thing I could figure out how to do a get request, but I couldn't figure out how to do a post through Axios for Airtable. And I was going through the internet, I found out that people have faced issues in making post requests for Airtable. So this is just informative. If you ever want to try out, you can just try it out. You can dabble around with it. And if you're new to this, do not forget to join our Discord channel. I have set up the link in there. Alrighty, so I think let's move ahead. So today I haven't prepared a deck of cards to explain Airtable and Alexa, because I think it'll be more practical to just build a table than to just make slides for it. So now if you do not have a Airtable account, you can just go to airtable.com and then you can create an account. And once you create an account, you log in if you have it already. So this is how your what is it called? Your dashboard is supposed to look like. So now you can in here create a table. So for today's so tell me something. Okay, I'll leave it up to you. What sort of table can I build today? Let's say I can have a table that consists of employee information, or a table that consists of I can create a demo table. Like I created a demo table in here just to test it out. But okay, let's think of a table that includes names of what can it be? Names of what? Chocolates, or names of cars? Yeah, let's make a product what is it? Product and price, or maybe just a... Oh my god, I'm so confused with the table. So let's just do a template. So once you go to the dashboard, then you go to add a base, and then you go to start from scratch. So this is what you're gonna do. Let's name it as data demo. And I don't see my favorite color in here. It's white, but I'll not set it white. Let's make it orange. Yeah, I think that's better. I know that's funny. I do silly stuff even in my live streams. do the Sohini chocolate shop. Okay, cool. I'll do the chocolate shop. Okay. So maybe let this be just data demo. I'll not rename it. So let this be, let's say, suppose this is gonna be, let's rename this to chocolates. Okay, so, or say chocolate, or name of chocolate. Oh hey, you can give spaces. That's not an issue. I just tend to write things like this. I got habituated. Now let's name the chocolates as let's say my favorite is not Snickers, it's M&M. Let's just do it with this. Let's see if it can read, if Alexa can read it. So let's just have symbols. And the other one is what it is. My favorite is not Ferrero Rochers, but I'll write it because I don't have a list of more chocolates. Or maybe let it be, what is it, Hershey's. Yeah, I just love Hershey's chocolates. So no, Hershey's Nuggets, I'm sorry. Yeah, and then it's gonna be, I'm not sure if you have eaten Godiva chocolates. They are really good. The other one is, what is it supposed to be? Let's say Skittles. And these are a couple of imported chocolates that I love, but if speaking of Indian chocolates, I love, what's it, bourbon. Yeah, that's the bourbon dark chocolate. Okay, funny stuff, too many funny stuff. Now let's go and rename this too. Let's see, we can find out. Let's customize it. So let's name it, let this be a number. So let it be integer. You can set it up accordingly, and you can make it negative if it's something else. And let's do a price thing. Yeah, I think just these two column works. Now I'm gonna write stupid prices for each of them. Don't tell me that it's so I mean, it's available in such a cheap rate. I wish it was. I wish all the chocolates on earth were of just $1 or just maybe 10 rupees. I would have bought all. So let the M&M be like, say, $50, or just writing a number randomly. 50, 40, 100, 90, and let this be 60. Great. So now you can have more fields for this. So it can be anything. It's completely up to you what you're gonna do. I'm very hungry today and I don't have a piece of food in here. I'm so hungry. Okay, so this is it. Now we'll go to our Alexa skill. So we'll be building Alexa skill. So now I'm gonna open my console. It's gonna look messy because I was trying really hard to do something this week. So we're still finding, so if you go to our, let me share this with you. If you go to skilltemplates.com, so if you go to our skill templates, if you're building along with me, this is gonna help you. So you go to skilltemplates.com, you see everything is in here. So right now, like I am having an issue to update a template of my own to this console. So I'm like, the team is busy finding out a route to that issue because we have a couple of other things also going on around. I mean, this few months are crazy, so many things to do together. So hopefully this issue will be resolved in the upcoming months so that even you can upload a template to this website. So that is what our planning is, that is what our vision is. We want to make this platform free for you so that you can push in your templates and you can just, you know, sell your own templates. It can be monetized, and we're trying to add a lot of features. So that's just a sneak peek of what we're gonna do. So I built this template and I tried really hard to push this to the skilltemplates.com, but I failed to do that. So that's why today we'll be doing it in a different way. So we'll not be using the one-click console for pushing template to our developer console. So this, what you see, this is all the tries I tried to do throughout the week to have this template deployed, but I ran into issues. So now don't be furious looking at my console. I know it looks messy and horrible. So now if you just so what we're gonna do is, if you're building log with me, just I will place this link so if you're building along with me, you can open this link, and once you open this link, you can just stay in here. After that, you go to your developer console and you go to create a skill. So what is it gonna be? Sohini's, no, let's just do a Choco Shop. Choco Shop. And this, you have language options, so I'm gonna do English IN because you can do English US or anything, and let it be custom and Node.js, and then let's go to create skill. Now this is gonna take a couple of minutes to happen. Oh, we just have 4 people watching me today. I'm so sad about it. Where did everyone go? Is everyone busy, or are they having a lot to finish this week? And okay, now next step is when this gets ready. I think this is the very first time it just took a few seconds to get ready. Okay, now if you go to my repo, and if you just go to the code and then just copy the GitHub URL, and now you go to import skill and just paste it in here. Now let's see. I'm not sure if it's gonna give me an error because lots of things happen with me. We don't want to be embarrassed right now. So this is gonna take a couple of seconds. By that time, I would really want to know, where are you from if you're watching me? That's my question for today. I think Praveen is from UK. I think so. I mean, I know. Anyone else would want to share your country? I would love to know, because I am curious to understand where are majority of my viewers from. Alright, this is just gonna take some time. And okay, Britta's from India. That's good. That's good. So we have IST and East Coast time. That is EST or ECT. And I don't know what's the timeline for UK. What is it called? Is it East, West, or PST? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. UK time is what it is. I am very confused about all these things always. I don't really know. Alright, so I think that's good that my template could just be deployed to our Alexa developer console. If you haven't done it yet, please do it. And after you do that, now we're gonna go directly to our coding section. So now if you go to the testing section, so the one thing that is really missing in my template right now is I didn't just a moment. Like when initially someone goes and tests it out, it should give a message that your template, you need to set up the API keys before you can start with your template. Because right now if I just do Choco Shop, it's not gonna work.
Sorry,
so
I had trouble doing what you asked. Please try again.
If else tiny code in yours. I will make changes to my handlers, so that can take effect. So now if you go to index.js, so what I'm gonna do is I want to show you 2 things today. So my Airtable looks very tiny. I will just enlarge it. Oh, that's too much. Yeah, I think it's visible now. So my Airtable consists of all these things. So I will show you two things. One is how to fetch data from a single record, and how to do that for, like, you can, and let me just add a key in here. We'll refer to that key when we want to fetch a single word from it. So if you just go in here and I think there is a network issue. Let's make it a customized one, and let's go to formula. No, it's not formula. Where is it? I want to find that out. Just a moment. Name, lookup count. This should give it to me. Or no, not that. Let's just do ID. Yeah, I just got it. Just record ID. I just want an ID for all of them. So now what's gonna happen? Each of them is gonna get mapped to these keys. So this should have been in here. Can I swap it? Yeah, I can swap it. No? No, I couldn't swap it. I think, yeah, I cannot swap it. So let it just be in here where it was. Yeah. So now what I'm gonna do is, I think there's a network issue from my end. Am I quite audible and visible? Not sure. Okay, let me just continue. If there are some glitches you're encountering, you will let me know. So now what I'm gonna do is, with response to this record ID, I'm gonna fetch data of the first table, row. So I want to fetch M&M, whose price is ₹50. So now if I go to the code, I think it's already deployed. So now what I'm gonna do is, let's say I just want, so first this is the config file. So the Axios request that I'm gonna make, which is a GET request, is going to use this configuration for this call. So I haven't done anything in this code apart from just adding in a, that's bad. So let's just copy the record URL, although I don't need the entire URL. So in the place of record ID, we'll just paste it, but I don't need so much, so we'll just leave it till here. So that is how we're gonna keep the URL. And then I will set the base API key. Now where do you get the base API key from? So when you go to your Airtable, and when you just go to Airtable /API, if you just do this, just a moment. Now you can, so this is amazing, right? You can fetch all the keys, get details to all the keys in here. So now if you go to, what is it called? Data demo, that's the name of my Airtable. So if you go to data demo, and now if you go to, let's say, oh, I haven't really named my table, so let's just name it, rename table to Choco Shop. Okay, yeah, so changes are saved. So now if you just go to your airtable.com, just let's refresh it so that the changes can take effect from here. Great. Now if you go to Choco Shop table, you will get everything in here. So right now we want to just fetch a couple of things. So what we'll do is retrieve a record. So when you go in here, you will find the URL. Okay, so what you're gonna do is just copy this URL simply, and then we're gonna push it in, where is it? Wait, let me just think. I think I'm making a mistake in here. Where's the... Well, I think I don't need this. The reason is I have already mentioned it. I don't think I need this, so let's not just go in this. This would not be required, just the URL is required. So we'll just go to authorization. Let's just comment this out. This is required sometime later. So what I will still do is just have it pasted in here just in case it doesn't work, because this is the URL that we're already using inside of URL. This is something that I'd be needing when I want to fetch everything together. So I will tell you the difference between this and that. That's another constant that another entity I had taken to store the URL. So now if you just go to, we don't even need entire column right now. So now I need the bearer key. So where are you gonna give the bearer key? So when you go in here and yeah, I just don't need this. Wait, I got confused. 1 second, I remembered what was to be done. 1 second, I'm so sorry. You just go to airtable.com. I'm really sorry I made you confused. So just go to airtable.com. The base URL is a different thing. So when you go to your profile and when you go to account, yeah, so now if you just go to API, this is the one which is supposed to be in here in bearer key. So just paste it in here and it's gonna be, oh shit, oh sorry for the French. So here we'll just paste this one, and yeah, I think that's it. We don't need to do anything else. So now if we just go to response, so let's just say I want to test it out. So when you go to this one, I want to check it out. And API key, this one needs to be secret. You gotta change it. I will delete it. This is just an example, so I am just clinging onto it. So now if you go to API, and then you gotta go to data demo, and if you go to Choco Shop table and retrieve a record, you will be able to see what to fetch. So you go to fields dot name of chocolate. So this is what it's gonna be. So just go to your Alexa developer console index.js. So if you just do name of, why is it like this? Of is not defined. Well, this is not required as well, but I'm not sure why this is happening. This is just gonna be a, let's see what it's for price. Name of chocolate. Off is not defined. Maybe I just had all these things. That can be the reason. So how about I maybe rename it to chocolate. We can dabble around with everything in here right now. So just let's do chocolate in here and try to deploy this. I just want to test it out, what it happens to be. And this is gonna show the difference. Okay. Yeah, it's just chocolate now. So I think it's taking time to deploy. Let me refresh it. I'm not sure. I can have a lot of errors today because this is the template that I built. And usually, okay, so open Choco Shop. Let's see what it gives.
Sorry, I had trouble doing what you asked. Please try again.
Okay, so something went wrong. Let me find out what it is. Okay, so let's go to build and check if this is, I think the code is correct. Response dot, and let's remove this and check. Just basic stuff. And this is how the bearer key is supposed to look like. Let's go to languages. Let's go to English IN and check if it is. Okay, so this is, yeah, so I haven't built it properly. So that's the problem. So let's make it a, let's have a build in here. This is gonna check change. So what the mistake that I did is I named it as Airtable demo when I was building this template. So it's important that you have it properly updated in your code. So what I'll do is I will check if the change took effect after I build it. If not, then I will change it manually. After this, we'll check the assets, interaction model and JSON editor. Let this just build properly. Great, now let's go to JSON editor. Yeah, I think it's Choco Shop now. But I will want to check it in here, so let's refresh it once. No? Okay, let's just make it Choco Shop. If this... and deploy it. Okay, so I think that's the only glitch that's happening. We'll find out. So by the time this takes place, I will just refresh it, and let me check the code if there is any more error. This is gonna be it, and I'm trying to, this is supposed to be the bearer key. Okay, great. So
Sorry, I had trouble doing what you asked. Please try again.
yeah, so let me just find out what the issue is. So this is happening after a long time. Has been a long time I haven't had this issue. Or maybe let me just try Airtable demo if that is it. I just want to find out if the invocation name is the issue.
Sorry, I don't know about that. Please try again.
Okay, wait, not an issue. So I just want to check something quickly. Just give me a moment. So, you know, these couple of things just keep happening, but we just learn through them. So yeah, I think it's important that we kind of have some debugging as well. Okay, so I'm not sure why this is happening. Or just maybe... we're doing it rightly in here, then we're waiting it. Okay, let's just do console.log. I wanna test it out. Let's log it. Let's just do this and find out if it's at all coming up. And maybe let's just give a rating in here. The data. Oops. Let's deploy it. So we'll find out what is happening in here. This will take some time to deploy. Yeah, I think it's deployed. Now let's just test it out so that we can okay, so let's just do pen Shaka Shop. We need to run it in order to cloud watch it. So let it just
Sorry, I had trouble doing what you asked. Please try again.
yeah, so okay, we're great. So what we'll do is let's just check it. I gotta have a couple of plans for this to debug it. Let's just find out what it is. Let's see if it's bringing in the JSON. This is supposed to be it. Okay, and right, for some reason the skill is not getting invoked itself. So I think there's an issue with the template. Because what's the name of the okay, no, that's weird. That's not gonna should happen. Let me check all the files. I think this is index.js and we're using English IN. It's already Choco Shop in here, and there is nothing to do with the package. Let's go to, but this should work. I mean, alright, let's just do one thing. Can be that it requires the full URL. I'm just vaguely doing stuff to test it out. Let's just check this if it works. Alright, I think it's deployed. Now let's go and check it in here. Have I mentioned everything in here? The response, and it should be a wait. And just a moment, I want to check something out. Ooh, I understand now. You know what I did? But yeah, I think Axios is already involved. I mean, included in this. It should work. Okay. So that's not a worry. Let's just do it one more time.
There was a problem with the requested skills response.
Oh, you can see it's giving me M&M in here. That means now the issue is it's unable to fetch it on screen. Great. So I think that's the issue. I think we need to, okay, let's just do let's just log it right now. Let's see if it's coming on the back end. I think that would be great, but at least we could find it out. We could trap it. Let's just check it out in here. That's one good thing. So there is no issue with the connection. It's able to fetch. Okay, when we go in here, I don't even see the console log. Okay, so what we can do is maybe if it is it because of this? Let's try with price. Let's just check if it's giving price. Yes, I remember. You told that to me, Chuck. I remember that. I have that in mind. And I think it's happening because of that. So that's the reason I just did that one. But I just want to check it why it's not coming in my backend. Yeah, that could be a reason that it's not coming when I'm trying to log it even. Let's just check if it's if the price is coming up. And then we'll check with some other record. But that's a bad thing. What if a table consists of all these things? Then is it not gonna work? A table could consist of any kind of I don't know really. So let's just do open Choco Shop.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Oh, Choco Chop I did.
Sorry, I had trouble doing what you asked. Please try again.
Ooh, that's weird. That's really weird. What I'm gonna do is maybe I just do another. Maybe it cannot just fetch numbers, or there's something else. Let's go to the table, and let's take the record ID for this. So copy record URL, and let's just change the base URL to that. And let this, what is it, where is it? Yeah, let this one be chocolate. Think we are doing this fields.chocolates, data.fields.chocolate. Am I mapping it right? Fields.chocolate. So it's gonna give me a different one when I want to retrieve it. Yeah, so let's go to the developer console. It's deployed already. So now let's check.
Sorry, I had trouble doing what you asked.
Now let's cloud
Please
watch
try
it.
again.
See, I think there's an issue with the template. I screwed it up, but it was working for me. So I'm thinking to maybe do the same thing from scratch again. Just copy paste this handler and test if it's working. Make it simple. But yeah, this is very weird. This should have worked. Let's just check it out once more. Once with this. I don't see anywhere. I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, so what I will do is... That's so disheartening. So I will just go to... Or maybe I would want to... Okay, let's do one thing. Now this SML is also not coming. At least I was able to... I was being able to fetch M&M. It doesn't even show that now. So maybe I just, you know, just create a skill from scratch and just let's do one from scratch, because I'm gonna make it work and then only I'm gonna take a leave. So let's just create a skill. Then let's do demo sample. Let's say demo sample. And let these things be the same, and let's create a skill. Now let's wait. Oh, it's in here. So what we'll do is let it be a hello world skill and continue with the template. But it's so sad. I really worked hard for the template. For some reason it's unable to fetch it out. Stand by with me because I will debug this before I leave. Yeah, this takes a couple of minutes to work out. In the meantime, I would really want to understand what's going on in here. Am I missing out something? Am I? I think this is what it's gonna be. Nothing more, nothing less. Skill is getting created. I think let's just give it a try. Who knows what happens? Fields that chocolate. Okay, this is the last try I'm giving on this skill. Then we'll do it from scratch on the other one. Okay, good. So now when you go and just refresh it so that we don't get the same errors again, and I will remove this, just do pin choco shop. Now let's see what it gives us. Yes,
Sorry, I had trouble doing what you asked.
Yes,
Please try again.
For some reason I just corrupted it. Or maybe, I don't know, the launch intent isn't working. So let's, yeah, so I've created a skill from scratch and its name is demo sample. Now let's go to, let's go to code. Oops. Okay, we'll go to test and test it out if this is working. I'm so sorry for making it boring today, guys. Just that I wasn't aware of this coming up. So I'm trying to fetch it. Also, my network is very slow today. Yeah, so this is the code. Now, let's just test it and check if it's working fine. Demo sample.
Welcome, you can say hello or help. Which would you like to try?
Okay, so I think this is working. So what we're gonna do is just go to the code, and in here we'll just I will not do a lot of things, just copy paste the launch handler stuff in here. And I will include Axios. And go to package.json and just add it on the dependency. So these are the dependencies. So I think that's yeah, that's okay. And maybe I will need to change all these things, so I will need to make a lot of changes on this. So first of all, where's my code? So this is the base URL. So I will Control C and just do a just a moment. I think, you know what, I was making a very simple mistake in here. So you just go to this one, and if you just copy this as your base URL, because it consists the name of your table. I am so silly and so stupid, I was just doing something else. So we'll just change it to this. This is the base URL, but I will still keep it for, but yeah, let just have URL as well. So I think for this one, this particular, where's my table? For this particular table, let's just say for Godiva, let's copy the URL, and in here I will paste it, but I will just keep it till here. Yes, and the authorization key remains same, I think. Yeah, it remains same, but still I will change it just to make sure that I'm not making mistakes. Yeah, so now let's say speak output, I'm just gonna do response dot data dot fields dot chocolate. For God's sake, you should work now, else I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I will log it as well. So let's just yeah, so then let's deploy it. It should work. Let's see what happens. I was making a very silly mistake. If that is it, that I wasn't copying the base URL correctly, then I'm really a stupid person. Okay, so it's deploying, but it was a fun part, right? We got to know stuff, but it's still not yet over, so I will need to check. Okay, let's reload it, and deployment successful. Now let's do demo sample.
Sorry, I had trouble doing what you asked. Please try again.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know about that. Please try again.
Okay, let's go back to the code and try to find out what it is. have it imported. Maybe let's do a logging right now. Let's check the logs. We'll get to know what's happening. But I want to check the URL and stuff once more. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm so sorry. 1 second. My screen is frozen. Yeah, it's better now. Let's check the logs. Yeah, there's nothing in the logs, so let's get back to the code. Okay, so I think I don't need this, but still if I am doing this, I don't need this. Have I deployed it? I think I deployed it already. Pin demo sample.
Sorry, I had trouble doing what you asked. Please try again.
So maybe this isn't required twice. I just mentioned the base URL and this one. I don't remember how I did it. There is something that is missing in here. Okay, let's now give it a try.
Sorry, I had trouble doing what you
This is
asked.
not gonna.
Please try again.
This never happened with me. Like, let me just go through the code once again. We're just trying to fetch it. Did I write it properly? Alright, one more thing that I want to tally. I want to check because I have done this before. You know, these URL stuff, they really have a lot of things to take care of. If they don't go the right way, they don't work. Yeah, so okay, so I think I just need to so this should work. If this doesn't, then I'm gonna break my head. I will definitely do that. Yes. I think that's what is happening because in this endpoint I just did a slash, and again over here I did a slash. So that can be the reason. So let me just try it out. It should work now. Let's hope. Okay, demo sample.
Sorry, I had trouble doing what you asked. Please try again.
That's bad. Ah. Well, I think let's remove these things from here. And let's just keep it simple. And yeah, let's remove everything and try. What else? Am I missing out something? This is pretty simple. The other time what I did is I shared my Airtable with someone. So I just wanted to know that if you don't share your Airtable with someone, is it not public? In that case, I need to make it shareable. But I think it was anyway accessing M&M few minutes back. So that shouldn't be the issue. Hey Divyansh, yes, you missed a lot. I'm just having a lot right now. I cannot figure out what's wrong with my let me just see if I use this. Where is it? Okay, so for Choco Shop, and if this is the Airtable. And this is the name of the record, and this is it. So let me, what else? So let me just deploy it and try it once. Let's try it out. Let's see what it gives. And by that time, let us also check this. If this doesn't work, I wanna try another thing as well. Let's just do demo sample once again. That is trying to retrieve the entire
Godiva.
It worked. Oh my god, what was it? I was so tensed. I think after a long time I became tense today. So now I want to find out what was the issue, because I don't really think we made any such changes. What did we do? What did we do that it worked? Did you find out? Hey Brittle, you were there. Thanks so much for hanging on around till I was trying to debug, because it really feels bad when you're trying to debug something and someone leaves. Oh my god, I'm super stressed right now. But yeah, it's thanks to God that it worked. So now we actually fetched. But again, I would like to test something. So last time what happened is Alexa fails to fetch names that consists of this and or the apostrophe. So I think that was another reason. So we did a remote API example. That is what Chuck was mentioning previously, that it's because of the and symbol. So I had a JSON which consisted of these names of chocolates and had this quotes. So when we tried to fetch these entities in our Alexa skill, it failed. So that's the thing. And the other thing that I wanted to show is that you can fetch all the data from a particular this thing. But before that, so what I will do is I'll just do M&M, I'll let this be Hershey's Nuggets. Whew. And now let's go to your API. So if you just go to list records, this will be your URL. So now if you just go to your console, okay, that's a good thing that you noticed, Harsh. Yeah, I actually didn't notice this because I was busy trying to find out some glitch on the code, but I never realized this. Thanks for letting me know. Thank you so much. So what did I do? Just yeah, so now if you want to have the name of all the chocolates, so you just go and but this just gives you 3 records at max. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 records. So let's just do max 5 records. Okay. And we wouldn't be needing a URL in this I mean for this case. So we'll just we have the bearer key, so we'll just comment it out. And in here, instead of this, we will just do json.stringify what was it that I used to pass so that it doesn't yeah, so I will just map it, and maybe I just copy this entire thing so that it's, you know, I will need to find out all the names of chocolates. So this is the element that I'm using to map, so I will just do chocolate in here. So, or maybe just store it in a different variable and then print it. So let's do and then this is it. So now let's deploy it and check it out. Now this gives me an error. Seriously, I'm gonna kill myself. But it was fun, like I got to find out a lot. Okay, so let me still check if I am missing out something. Is it after fields you go to chocolate? Okay, so let's just give it a try. Leave. Okay, now let's do demo sample.
Sorry,
No.
I had trouble doing what you asked.
Why does this happen?
Please try again.
Okay, so we'll find out. There's some glitch with the code itself. So we did response.data.records.map response.data.records.map, then we'll go to fields, and then we go to chocolate. So is there anything in the Airtable that still has something like that? It's just M&M. What is it? Okay, let's just see the logs, what we have in the logs. But I haven't logged it, have I? No. So let's just do another logging for this. We can find out what's happening. Let's go to CloudWatch. Nothing's in here. Okay, so I think we deployed it, and Is the URL wrong? No, that's right. Let's do demo sample.
M&M,
Yay!
Hershey's Nuggets,
We got it.
Godiva, Skittles, Bourbon.
Did you see that? Did you see that? I did it. Okay, so I'm sorry for the weird expressions I do, but yeah, that's me naturally. In fact, when I sit to code and it takes me hours, and when I finally accomplish something, I start dancing. But I can't dance in here. We have a stream going on, and I don't want to make you feel weird about me. No. So I think I don't know what went wrong. So at one point of time it worked, at one point of time it didn't. Did I make any change? No, I didn't make any change, and it just worked out. I don't know how it happened. So I think, yeah, that's it. So these are a couple of things that I wanted to share today. It doesn't yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, but these errors, they help you learn, I think. Because, so do you understand one thing? If I could just know what the errors were, just that in the first place, wouldn't have been that interesting. Trust me, the more amount of errors you have, the more you learn. And I've learned this, so far. But it's good to have some errors, because only if you have errors you get to know more about it. So I think like the one that Hirsch mentioned, and the session end thing, the slash thing, and the thing that Chuck mentioned, the JSON. Whenever you try to fetch the data of a JSON, and if it consists of special characters like and or slash, then your Alexa wouldn't be able to fetch it. So these are points that I want you to make, and I want you to take this along with you when you leave the stream today. And so this was an example of yes, I thought of Postman at one point of time. I have Postman. I just thought that maybe I just create a GET request in Postman and just try to understand if at all the API is getting called, and if at all the data is getting fetched. But yeah, from the next time I will try to utilize that more in a more visible pattern. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging on with me today into dabbling. So this was a proper dabble session where we just dabbled around stuff. So just before you go, let me know on the comments below or on the Discord channel, how did you like today's stream? What was interesting and what wasn't? And what is the one thing that you liked, and what is the one thing that you learned today, and what is the one thing that you didn't like today? Everything. And apart from all these things, if you really like this stream, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, because every time I stream or I finish my stream and I just check the thumbs ups, I just feel that, oh, so that's how I performed today. So if you give me a thumbs up, I'll get to know that I performed well. If you don't, then I'll understand it wasn't great. Anyways, so thanks so much for hanging on with me today and learning with me today. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and like this stream, and stay tuned. And also, if you go to the repo, that is the GitHub repo, stay tuned with this, because this repository consists of all the things that I do. I haven't updated it lately, so this consists of everything. So if you can just stare my repo to show me some love, and you can access all the documents and workflow of every stream inside of this repo. So that's all for today, folks. Thanks for joining in, and have a great rest of the day. See you soon next Friday. that is India's Friday and maybe your Thursday or Saturday, and we can have a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.